There's an ongoing race that not too many people are paying attention to, and it is the race to become the worst governor in America. Last week, we told you about Pennsylvania Governor Tom Corbett's decision to cut almost $1 billion from his state's education budget last year, which forced the city of Philadelphia to close 23 schools. Then there was Michigan Governor Rick Snyder getting him to release state funds last month so the Buena Vista School District could reopen was like pulling teeth. Well, Florida Governor Rick Scott made a really big move on Friday back into contention for worst governor in America by signing two terrible bills into law. There's the bill that blocked local municipalities from putting forth paid sick leave legislation. By signing it, Scott rendered moot a potential 2014 vote in Orange County over whether to require that many businesses offer paid sick leave to workers. Or, in other words, with the stroke of his pen, Rick Scott delivered the kill shot to the paid sick leave proposal that would have forced companies with more than 15 employees to provide workers with, quote, 1 hour of sick time for every 37 hours they work, to a maximum of 56 hours annually. Instead, Rick Scott sided with the likes of Walt Disney, Darden Restaurants, the folks who own Olive Garden and Red Lobster, and the Florida Chamber of Commerce. Because as Scott sees it, the bill is essential to ensuring a business-friendly environment that supports job creation. But according to a study done by the Drum Major Institute for Public Policy, since San Francisco became the first city in the country to implement a paid sick leave law, job growth there has consistently been higher than in neighboring counties without such a law. The other bill Governor Rick Scott signed into law on Friday is called the Timely Justice Act of 2013. And what it does is add a ticking clock to the execution process, forcing the governor to sign death warrants within 30 days of a review of a capital conviction by the state Supreme Court, and the state would be required to execute the defendant within 180 days of the warrant. Florida, a state which leads the country in death row inmates who were exonerated or later acquitted after a retrial, with 24 such cases, has now increased its chances of executing an innocent person. Seth Penelver was on Florida's death row for 13 of his 18 years behind bars for a crime he did not commit. He was exonerated in December.
God forbid I was still there and this law would have came to affect me actually coming to death row on a new sentence. I'd probably be dead.
Joining me now is Mark McLean, a capital defense attorney who represents inmates on death row.